Welcome back to Entertain Me. I'm your host, Heather Brooker, and we have some fun movies coming out at the box office this weekend. Leo DiCaprio is starring in One Battle After Another. We're going to break that down. It's a new film from Paul Thomas Anderson, and it's getting a lot of great reviews. We're also going to talk about Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. This sweet film is a really great option for families if you're heading out to the movies this weekend. And one movie I'm personally really looking forward to seeing is Eleanor the Great. It is directed by Scarlett Johansson, and it stars the adorable and absolutely so talented June Squibb. We're going to talk about that as well as some other entertainment news stories hitting the airwaves. Is that what people say? Some entertainment news stories that people are talking about this week. Also want to point out that Universal Studios just announced their lineup for their FanFest nights. They're bringing FanFest nights back to Universal Studios in 2026. Stay tuned for details on that as well. But now we're going to sit down with Gary on the Gary and Shannon show and talk about all things entertainment.
We are going to talk about some entertainment stuff here. Heather Brooker has joined us.
Hello.
Elmer, going to play the thing? She's got a thing, right?
Do it. I got a thing.
Yeah.
Is he ready?
No.
Oh, Elmer.
It's all right. He's busy.
All right.
There it is.
What is your damage, Heather?
I am your father.
Stop crying in baseball! I'm the king of the world!
Hasta la vista, baby. This is entertainment news.
Do it.
Oh, I thought there was something else. I didn't realize that was the end.
We go.
Welcome. There is some developing the developing news in the entertainment world, and that is that Sinclair, one of the big syndicate owners, syndication owners of syndicate
TV station owners.
Thank you. Is going to air Jimmy Kimmel's show again.
Yeah, this just came out a few minutes ago. We're kind of still learning more information about it. And here's what they're saying. They're saying that they made this announcement that they are going to start airing Kimmel again tonight, and that they have done they got some thoughtful feedback from their viewers and advertisers and community members, and have sort of done a reverse course here. They are going to be airing Kimmel starting tonight. They say they want to ensure their programming remains accurate and engaging for the widest possible audience.
They also, and one of the issues that had come up in the last 2 weeks was what kind of pressure was put on ABC or Nexstar or Sinclair, the two of the larger companies that own these different stations around the country. What kind of government pressure was put on them to put pressure on Kimmel, et cetera, et cetera?
To remove it from the air, yeah.
Right. So in the fourth or fifth paragraph in their statement that came out today, they said, our decision to preempt this program was independent of any government interaction or influence. Free speech provides broadcasters with the right to exercise judgment as to the content of their local stations. And while we understand not everyone will agree with our decision about programming, it's simply inconsistent to champion free speech while demanding that a broadcaster air specific content. And that it's an interesting perspective only because I don't think a lot of people talked about that side of it. Everybody said Jimmy's got a right to say whatever he wants to, which he does.
He does.
But he also is not free from the consequences.
Yeah.
Now, the flip side of that is they, as a private company, have the ability to, finger quotes, censor his speech if they don't like it or they think it's not good for the company.
Yeah, I think the issue, if you're really splitting hairs about it, yes, he absolutely had, the right to say whatever he wanted and make the comments that he made. Yes, there are going to be consequences from his employer if he did that. But the question everybody had was who was forcing the hand of the employer and of these private companies to pressure him to stop doing it. What he's done is nothing new. Jimmy Kimmel, Colbert, all the late night guys and, cable and streaming guys for that matter, have all made these types of commentary for years. But they have been sort of allowed to do it by their corporations, by their companies, under the guise of free speech and comedy and parody, all of that. But the question is, who was forcing the hand of these companies? Who was telling these large corporations and these family-owned businesses to ask ABC to remove him from the air? That's where I think the the splitting hairs and the question comes in.
Right. And if it was somebody in the C-suite office in ABC that heard Brendan Carr, the FCC chair, say something along the lines of, we can do this the easy way or the hard way, was that enough for them to believe that it was a threat that the government was going to come in and shut them down?
I mean, I would certainly feel threatened if someone from the government came to me and said, we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Comic-Con is coming back to L.A.
Yes. So this is one of my family's favorite things to do in L.A. every year. They take over the LA Convention Center for everything sort of pop culture related that you can imagine. You know, you've all seen the pictures of people dressed as Spider-Man and Superman and Marvel characters and all of that stuff. But it's not just about the big properties down there. It's about anime, video games. There's going to be a Stan Lee hologram.
Wow.
Of course, you guys know, if you know Stan Lee, like sort of the godfather or father, if you will, of all the Marvel things that we love. There's going to be 650 artists and comic book writers that are going to be there. So if you really are into the niche of comic books and the artistry behind it, you could go meet some of your favorite artists. Of course, food trucks, drinks. It's a really good time in downtown LA, and we look forward to it every year.
Are you going to circle some problem areas on the convention center that maybe the new billions of dollars can go to?
Yes,
replenish?
maybe. I talked to the CEO, Krista Moulin, who runs LA Comic-Con. We talked about, a lot of the fun things coming this year, but also I had to ask him, what do you guys think about this $2.6 billion renovation that's coming? And they are in big favor of it. He says they've been to every meeting in support or whenever they're talking about it, because after running the LA Comic-Con there since 2011, he sees firsthand the problems that arise at the LA Convention Center. It's not logistically ideal when you're running a large event. It's outdated. There's not a lot of restrooms.
That's ironic. If there's a problem with big events at the convention center, that's a number one problem.
It really is. And he says that it's in desperate need of some renovation, some upgrading in order to be competitive with other cities of our size. The LA Convention Center just isn't meeting the needs for big events and to want to come here and add money into downtown LA, and the economy down there.
When we come back, a couple of movies are coming up, including this new Paul Thomas Anderson, Leonardo DiCaprio movie that looks... Heather Brooker has joined us to talk about some of the stuff that's coming out entertainment-wise, movie-wise. Mm-hmm. And the one that I think is getting probably a lot, or I should say the most... talk for a September opening that I've seen in a long time is One Battle After Another, the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie. Yeah,
this is typically the time of year when studios put out their horror movies or they put out the movies they don't think will do as well. But this one is a bit of a surprise, and critics are loving it. It has a 98% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. Do you ever listen or do you look at Rotten Tomatoes and pick movies based on Rotten? My husband does that too.
I'll do it every once in a while. If we do the thing every once in a while, like on a weekend, we'll go, hey, what do you want to watch? And you don't want to go back to the old series. You want to find a movie. Yeah. I'll do that. I'll find on Rotten Tomatoes the highest rated for Amazon or something like that, and then we'll pick one of those.
Okay. I enjoy that they do the Rotten Tomatoes, but I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes they rate things as a stinkers that I think are pretty good. So this one, though, is definitely good. People are going to enjoy this. This is Paul Thomas Anderson's new film, Thomas, One Battle After Another. Leonardo DiCaprio. It's projected to win the box office. So it is a film about Leonardo DiCaprio plays a dad who is essentially trying to get his daughter back, who has been taken from him. And I don't want to give too much away about the story itself, but it is quirky, it is dramatic, it is an action movie, and it is a lot of fun. It's being described as a socio-political action movie.
I'm always fascinated by current movie producers, directors, etc., who use older technologies for specific visual purposes.
Yes.
This is going to be filmed in VistaVision.
Yes. Which
is an older technology. It was kind of the precursor to like 70 millimeter IMAX and stuff like that. But it has a distinct look to it.
It does. It's almost like, I think probably from the decade that it, was made popular. It's got that sort of hazy, almost sepia tone feel to it. And it feels very much like a moment in time. And it is beautiful to look at. It's a fun story. Leonardo DiCaprio, I think, is one of the best actors working right now. Say what you want about his personal life and choices, of dating 25-year-olds or whatever, but
25?
22?
They're growing up now?
Sorry, that may be the max. But like, he's a brilliant actor. He's a brilliant actor and has been relatively unscathed with drama over the years. And this movie, Benicio del Toro is also in it. They are fantastic. It's a great movie. It's definitely one to watch this weekend.
Scarlett Johansson is now behind the camera as a director.
Her directorial debut is a movie called Eleanor the Great, and it stars June Squibb, who is just the most adorable, grandma-like, very comforting character actress who has been acting for a very long time and is finally now getting some recognition with some bigger roles. And this is about a woman who has lied about surviving the Holocaust and ends up getting some notoriety and some attention because of it. And I think because she's lonely, the attention is, she welcomes the attention and kind of can't find her way out of this lie. So it's a sweet story. It's a dramedy. And I think Scarlett Johansson does a pretty good job with it.
As director.
Yeah.
Then Jessica Chastain's movie has been pushed back.
Well, this is a limited series.
Oh, series.
Yeah, limited series on Apple TV. So it's about, this is kind of a tough subject, but it's about acts of domestic terrorism.
Oh, so good timing.
Good timing, right. And so because of what's happened recently in the headlines, Apple TV has decided to pause the release of The Savant. And she posted a very public dissent or disagreement with that move on her social media, saying, we are not aligned. She thinks that it should be released right now, given the timing of everything that is going on. But Apple TV says, no, we're just putting it on pause right now, and they're going to release the series at a future date.
Well, and her argument is that it's not about the acts themselves. It's about the people. The people
and the story.
So it's a crime drama, basically.
Yes, it's a crime drama, and it's based, I believe, on some real life situations and facts and that sort of, yeah. It's going to be great when they actually do release it. I think they're thinking it's just things are a little too heated still in the zeitgeist in order to do that.
I'm surprised that she would. Well, I don't know.
You like a little hot heat in your zeitgeist?
Well, who doesn't? I like mine with sprinkles. And then
Speaking
finally,
of sprinkles,
Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie.
Yes.
I didn't know what that is. I know this is a surprise.
Anyone with kids, probably 10 or under, 12 or under, will be familiar with Gabby's Dollhouse. It's a Netflix series about a little girl who goes into she squeezes her cat ears and goes into a magical world of her dollhouse.
I'm sorry.
She
squeezes her
She
cat.
has magical cat ears that she squeezes, and she goes into, it's a live action and animated series.
Okay.
So she goes into the world of the Gabby cats, and they play in her dollhouse and they have adventures, and it's been on for several years now on Netflix. Now they have a movie. It stars Gloria Estefan, Layla Lockhart Craner, and Kristen Wiig, who plays this sort of maniacal, bad cat, madcap lady. And it's fun. It's full of cute music. So if you're not into the Leo movie and June Squibb's film is not for you and you've got little ones, this is definitely going to be one you're going to want to see. It's fun.
Do you know what this is?
I do. My daughter loved it. My daughter watched it for years, and I took her to the movie, and she watched it, and I was like, are you sure? Because she's a little older now. She's trying to be cool, cool stuff.
Not too cool yet.
I'm
That's good.
Slow your roll, kid. But she liked it.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Heather Brooker, as always.
Thanks so much for listening to Entertain Me. And of course, you can catch the entertainment news segment every week on the Gary and Shannon Show. So make sure you listen on the iHeartRadio app and subscribe to their show. Don't forget to subscribe to Entertain Me as well. I always appreciate you guys listening, and I love hearing from you. If you want to follow me on social media and send me a quick hello, it's at the Heather Brooker on Instagram and Facebook. Hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time. You can listen anywhere, anytime on the iHeartRadio app.